I've talked about this before. Now, first of all, I do apologize for any vibrations you might hear. Those are going to be like emails and, texts maybe that come in. But like I said, I've talked about this before, and I wanted to talk about it again because I read somebody's comment on a Discord, for one of these franchises I'm a fan of, because I linked a video talking about why I support a certain ship in said franchise. And their answer was, hey, if you like it, go ahead and ship it. That's your choice. And they're right. It is my choice, just like it's your choice. But the reason I say that is because, one thing we always have in fandoms is people's opinions about who they believe should be with who. When you look at a show or an animated show, I should say, when you look at an animated show or even anime, and then you look at the manga of that the anime is based on, or vice versa, and then you look at the comic that's based on the cartoon, or vice versa, and you got to say to yourself that there are certain characters that you believe in your heart could make great couples. There's no doubt. For me, I've gone on record in saying that with Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Dale and Gadget, I believe, is the best choice to go. Because when you look at the original show and everything, there are just so many hints, so many moments in there that pretty much tease the idea that that was the direction Disney was planning to go in the inevitable future, potentially with the animated film that they wanted to do after DuckTales. But that never happened. But again, when you look at those moments, it's like, okay, Disney, who are you kidding? Especially when it comes to Double O Chipmunk. Now, I've also talked about the fact that, as crazy as it might sound to some people, I do support Cubby and Sunny, from gummy bears being an item, especially when they get older. Because to me, first, the first major clue is they're not siblings. And two, they always hang out with each other and they're always happy to be around each other when the story calls for it. And to me, when I look at that to me is traditional Disney 101, that, once you age those kind of characters up, once you age them up, you're going to get basically, romance happening, not right off the bat, but you're going to build to it to become imminent, no matter what the situation. And, the same goes for something like Sonic Sat-AM. Of course, being someone that supports Sonic and Sally, I get and understand. I do apologize for the notification, like I mentioned. I get and understand, why people would not, and they'd rather have Sonic be with maybe somebody like Bunny or Amy, that I can understand because that's a preference of choice and they feel it makes more sense. It's from a species perspective or an understanding perspective. They feel it makes more sense if, he went with this character instead of that character and so on. And the same goes for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Of course, I'm a big supporter of Spike and Rarity, aka Sparity, because of the fact that just like with Rescue Rangers, you just have so many moments in the very beginning, even during that cool off period after season 2 or midway to season 3, you kind of had that cool off period and everything until later on. But it's the various moments throughout that kind of tell you, yeah, there was something being planned. Something being planned here to basically tell you, yeah, these characters probably would be more than just friends in the inevitable future. I mean, when Nicole Dubuque took over, she took over Megan McCarthy's job, she basically, in my opinion, showed that, hey, we can't leave this unanswered. We got to at least acknowledge and hint that there might have been something or might be something more so than friendship between the two. And she did, and her team did a fantastic job in doing that. There's no doubt about it. But again, it's all based on preference and who you feel is a stronger option. There are even, and here's the thing, there are a couple of shippings, if you will, that fans support that are not even official, that fans want to be official. There's no doubt. I mean, let's take a look at if you're an anime and manga fan, let's take a look at One Piece. I mean, Fans want Luffy and Nami to be together, right? It's obvious. And then you look at the Naruto, you take a look at Naruto, and people want our main character, Naruto, to be with Sakura. Even though the animes and mangas may say differently on both, on both shows, on both franchises, they may say differently, but fans still want it because they feel that makes more sense. And that's all because fans preference it. That's their opinion. That's their choice. Heck, there's some fans that, from a LGBTQ perspective, want Nami to be with Nico Robin. Okay, that's your choice. You want to go there, fine. But there's no evidence in the show or the manga, in the anime or the manga, that would prove that. Heck, there are fans that, and I did a video on this too, fans that want Nico Robin to be with Chopper. It's like, excuse me? But yet fans want it. Fans feel it makes more sense. The thing is, when you get down to it, we all should understand and respect our choices. There's no doubt. We may not agree with them 100%, but we should understand and respect them. At least kind of understand and respect where one fan is coming from because, of the support for said ship. And that's about it. That's about it. And the other thing we also have to realize too is even if a ship happens in, let's say, the in the animated or anime adaptation of a franchise, but not the comic/manga, it doesn't mean it has to happen in the anime and manga and comic because it happened, in the anime or Western animation adaptation. It doesn't mean it has to. It means you could just. It means basically you as a fan could look at the comic and the manga as being its own different thing, set in the same world, maybe same continuity to an extent, but be its own thing. And you can say, okay, the cartoon, the anime is doing its own thing. I'm going to do mine based on what I read primarily in the comics and the manga. But if the comics and the manga decide, hey, we don't want to be left out and we want to pair those characters together too, they will do it, but they will do it in their own unique storytelling way. And the same goes, if the roles were reversed. If a manga and a comic decided to pair certain characters up, but the anime and the cartoon did not, doesn't mean it's going to have any bearings unless the cartoon and anime decide, hey, we don't want to be left out. We're going to do the same, but we'll do it in a different manner. The point is, we should, but the point is, shipping is, something that has always made any fandoms, unique, in their own perspective. It's made a lot of fandoms what they are today. And the reason for it is because people in their own unique way have their personal preferences. There's no doubt. I mean, you look at Goof Troop, for goodness sakes, and fans will find ways fictionally to get Peg away from Pete and put her with Goofy. So there you go. Heck, there are stories where fans, and I've even talked about this in the past as well, fans will do stories based on Disney's Bonkers show and find a way to put Bonkers with Miranda. Yeah, they'll find ways to make that happen, no joke. So, again, it's all about personal opinion, personal preference. And that's it. It's all about personal opinion and personal preference. We may or may not agree with each other's, choices, but hey, if we feel as fans individually or as groups that so-and-so can work better with so-and-so or should be with so-and-so, then so be it. There's nothing against it. There's nothing against that. That's your choice, that's your decision, that's your preference. And that's it. You just got to respect it. You just got to, respect it no matter what the situation. No matter what the situation, no matter what the show, no matter, what characters. If you feel so-and-so should be with so-and-so, then so be it. More power to you. And again, it's like that guy told me in the Discord, if you like it, go ahead and ship it. So that's all I'm going to really say on it, though, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with this analogy that if you want to ship something, then that's your choice, that's your preference, and people should respect it. And just go with their own decision. Let me know. Comment below. Love to hear your thoughts on all this. Click on the link in the description to my Teespring store. Helps me out there. Check out merchandise you can't get anywhere else. Also, the links to where you can find my content elsewhere here on the internet is in the description. Helps me out if you click on those areas. Check me out in those different, I guess you could say, areas of entertainment. Also, like the video, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications for more content coming your way. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, I'm out.